Greetings, I am Liz.
And I am Sken.
And let's play a game
together. Yay.
Let's watch Luke play the banjo together. Because, this behavior here, I'm trying to hide from your mom. We go from this back to this. So what was that little segue with hiding behind the bush going, I'm trying to hide from your mom? Like, she didn't come down over to this area in between one banjo behavior and the other. So what was that supposed to be attached to?
I have no idea. It's just, again, him going, if I hide behind the tree, no one will see me. To me, I'm just like, there's some behaviors now that I'm seeing that he's around more of where it seems like, no, he's doing the cute behavior. He's doing, he thinks he can hide from Holly.
I guess, but again, he was playing his banjo just like this. And then suddenly he was behind a tree. But in her narrative, she never came down here or came anywhere near him. So why would he suddenly stop, go hide behind a tree, and then come back to doing the same thing? That's where I'm at.
Well, they can only have them in one static position at a time. So you really cannot be... You can't ask this of this company.
You can't walk down to the bottom of the garden and go, hey, Luke, you ready to work? Which is what you said you were here to do and we agreed on at the beginning of the day and you were great with? And
yeah.
I'm going, yeah, that'd be fine. Here we go. You can't do that, especially with this wide scope of interaction. All of these, repairs are happening down at the bottom of the garden. That wouldn't work because we can't be close to him. We have to be up over there, even though there were trees down on this side, too.
Yeah,
so it felt really weird, like it was supposed to do something, and I didn't understand what it was.
It's okay. There are conventions that I'm not getting here either, but that's just me.
Look at our lovely, brand new, still destroyed stone wall that we replaced.
Ah, perfect. So, what's down here?
Broken stone that I've already replaced. I actually had the new stone perfectly broken in exactly the same way. Doesn't it look, new, but also shabby chic?
Oh dear.
Let's fix the stairs and find out. We're about to open a new area, and we can't walk forward without fixing the stairs behind us. Do you know you can't walk forward on a path on the ground without fixing the stairs that are behind you?
I'm sorry, I just would have walked around the stairs.
I mean, Luke's already on the stairs, and it suggests that we walked down them as well, so who knows?
Oh!
Also, there's more stairs in other
there's
parts of our
so
garden.
much there.
There are many stairs. Again, like if he's playing over in this little corner on this rock, everything we've been doing has been in this entire area, so there's no reason we couldn't stand where he was and replace all the trees.
All right.
Because the trees are down there, too.
Right, so I think that's the same color as the other ones.
It is. I just thought I would look at some of these are very Escher stairs, the angles they're at.
Yeah, I know. I was actually having a brain moment going, what
amazing.
Is going on?
I kind of want to do that one so it separates this lower garden from the upper garden. And so you basically have the, little pavilion, plateau area.
But the problem
matching the stairs up there.
is this is right here.
That one doesn't lead in.
Yeah,
correctly,
that's it. Rather, I'm like, I would get you, but that's not how that works.
That would work so well if this stair and this stair could be connected, and then you could have something else going on all down here.
I could totally see what you're talking about, but
yeah,
I don't
because I would like it if it was slightly different color up at the top and bottom. Well, there we go. Pale stairs it is.
All right, fine.
Looks pretty solid to me.
Ah.
Shall we? That should have been a joke. My dude, that should have been a joke.
Do it! Ladies first!
Why did no one catch that joke?
Dang it. We are clearly funnier than them.
Right? And he could have been like, I don't know, falls a little flat the way I'm seeing it.
Oh, you think you're rock solid now, do you?
See, we can totally do this. It's so funny.
It'd be great.
We will get you with more puns than you have.
Okay,
so here's the weird Route 66 one. That is not a quarry.
That's a... What?
That's a quarry? That doesn't look like a quarry. That's a freaking road, my dude.
Whoa! A quarry?
So you're asking, but I do not think so. That even looks like there's a tank in here and a ton of junk to go with it, too.
Or is that a wildcat? Like a big crane?
Oh, that's a giant crane. Thank God.
Yeah, I was
why the hell is there a tank? So maybe... What would the crane be for? But actual paved road makes no sense. We paved, a quarter mile of road.
Do you know why that doesn't work? Because where does the freaking paved road go to?
Exactly.
It doesn't work. My brain is like, what? You go up into the garden and that's what happens? You just, what?
We built a paved road up to, it suggests that this paved road was a lot older than the rest of the estate. Wore out, and then the rest of the estate was built on one end of it, and you have this dirt track leading up to the only remaining piece of it. I am confused as hell to what this is as part of the property, and a ton of junk to go with it too. Well, at least we can make, a couple $1,000s in scrap metal.
Again?
A bench!
This is like Luke City! Yeah,
Look
'cause
at
all
how
the
many
scrap-
metal things there are. Yay!
Yeah! Him freaking out. Woo!
Look at that. Have a look around then, because I couldn't until I finished the other area.
Oh, I'm totally gonna watch
I'm
it.
gonna be
I'm gonna go
excited.
get myself a beer and I'm gonna walk down here and just, woo! Do some shopping.
You're gonna be as excited about this as that old hanger, aren't you?
Oh, hell yeah, woo, but do!
He's adorable in that moment.
At least you'll have. Oh.
Oh. Really?
I'm fine. Everybody just hates him. It's fine. I'm
Mm.
okay. At least you'll have this lunkhead in his personal heaven to keep you busy while I'm gone.
I guess so.
Why is all
Yep,
my...
I would totally call him a lunkhead too.
I get that people go, it's just a joke. There's jokes around it. People are used to those jokes. But I've also seen people that over time and as things go on and without them realizing, they start to get more and more. It stops being funny. It stops being a joke. It starts hurting.
So also a lot of times there's like words have power. You choose the kind of joke you do frequently because there's a grain of truth in it. And you can convince yourself slowly that there's more and more truth in it. And just you're like, if I called you a lunkhead as a light insult, because it's a little bit ironic, because you're a little bit like a lunkhead, then I can eventually be like, you are actually a lunkhead when I mean it. Or over time, it just becomes, more serious, just a label.
Yeah. Which is one of those things where it's like, yeah, you gotta watch out for your language.
Oh dear.
You two can cozy up and do stuff with mud. I don't know exactly what fixing up this place will entail.
Yeah, mud, maybe? Roads like mud, maybe?
I guess.
It's a hole in the ground, mud, right?
Oh, don't worry. I'm sure we'll get it.
That look. We'll figure it out. Still a little bit left to do with the rose garden in the meantime.
What do we have left to do with the what?
Get your mom out of it.
That is one big weed. You are true.
Right.
Like, you are accurate.
All right, so what are we going to do?
Now what are we going to do?
Okay, gang, let's finish this place up. What's the finish?
Who's in this gang exactly?
Yeah, because Luke was supposed to be here because you were both invited here today. And as far as we knew, he was included. But we definitely left him down there in Luke Paradise.
I was about to say, Luke ran away.
It makes sense at this moment that he wouldn't be here. But what about the rest of the moments for this day?
I think he's really afraid of Holly.
I appreciate
Which is
that.
interesting.
But again, we never communicated about it. And he never interacted on many points when she wasn't there. It was just like they couldn't write both characters in the same place.
I don't know. It's true. All right.
Oh, well, you, me, Luke.
Luke is still looking at mud and rusted junk.
Thank you for 1 second for being aware that one of the characters that was sort of actively involved is just off somewhere else now. That is wonderful and lovely. No one has noticed that all day long, and I appreciate that there's at least one tiny nod to the experience.
Yes, just a itty bitty.
Just a tiny bit of awareness what other characters are actually doing. There's Mom.
Currently sulking in a lawn chair.
Yeah, but I mean,
is she sulking?
Know what kind of work we're doing yet. I mean, she might just be being, scheming. Scheming in a lawn chair sounds more accurate. Okay, so we're a gang of two. What's wrong with a gang of two?
2 queens.
We'll rule the chessboard. Yes!
We ruled the world.
Right.
The queen of the north and the also queen of the also north with our bunch of big doggies. We're going to make a Game of Thrones reference.
Wait, what?
In 2018. Ooh, well, that makes sense.
I do not know that reference because I do not know Game of Thrones, but that's cool.
It's fine. It's Game of Thrones. I'm like, what?
Well, I mean, she did mention that she has a long list of actresses she has a huge crush on, so actors and actresses. All right. No, wait. I want to be that lady with the dragons.
Yep, it's Game of Thrones.
Sigh.
Oh, sweetie, when was the last time you watched that show?
That is not a good choice for characters, dear. Because in case you didn't know, somehow narrative information actually worked and tricked everyone to forget critical thought. So tone and narrative direction are really, really important. And sometimes when you go, this character is framed as though I am supposed to think they're cool as shit and like them and root for them. And then later you go, man, that character was an asshole once the tone and framing shift and wrap them up into their bigger end story. And it's like, why did I never notice? Well, I guess it was just really well hidden. And you can go back and go, no, it really wasn't. It's just that the musical framing, the camera framing, the basically directorial
Story
instruction
framing.
said you should be siding with this person.
Which is really funny. So, full disclaimer, I've personally, I'm the one who's actually watched the most Game of Thrones between the two of us. And I've only gotten to, like, season 4.
And what I'm talking about is when, at the end of it, spoiler, our good dragon lady died, and I had never seen any of the show ever. That was such a kerfuffle amongst people that I knew of going, oh my god, this thing, that I had 3 or 4 people tell me about it in company because they knew I didn't watch the show so it wouldn't spoil it for me. And I had no plans to. And there were several consensus of going, no one just noticed that she was insane, all along. I guess it was just really well hidden. And I'm like, well, every time you described her to me, she sounded kind of insane, so
She sounded a little bit like she was actually kind of a nasty person.
And
in that
too.
way. And very self-centered.
And
but
so
that's
it's like, so when I mentioned the directorial stuff there, it's apparently there was a really, really huge following. And I ran into a lot of fandom stuff where everyone's like, yay, Daenerys is amazing.
Yeah. And I was one of those who went, no, she's not. Which is one of the reasons also why I stopped watching. Like, I barely got through season 4, and then I just kind of stopped because I couldn't do it. Like, lots of other things bothered the hell out of me. So it's okay. Anyway.
I believe that's what Regina is referring to, though, is going, basically, her arc does not end well.
Uh-huh, or something.
Yep. When did you choose pedestals?
Wait, pedestal
these
where?
Are all those knocked over planters that we've removed earlier, aren't they?
Were they knocked over? Oh my god.
Oh no, like, because we did. We removed these things. Not removed, but, started cleaning up the leaves and stuff from. Not a lot left. Let's get these pedestals in order and put some planters on them, I guess.
Sure.
Oh no, we can have lions?
We could have lions.
That's not getting the pedestals in order, that's removing them.
Yeah.
That's the pedestals in order.
And that's the pedestals in order.
But why aren't the lions sitting on those pedestals?
That'd be adorable. Or the lions have pedestals inside them.
Oh my god.
You ever seen that where, like, the back is open and they are the pedestal?
No.
Oh, okay. So there's lots of different types of pedestals, but
I've seen planters in lions, but the pedestal is what they sit on. So how would you have a pedestal at the back of them?
I must not understand exactly. I'm sorry, I do not understand what the word means.
So I'll put you up on a pedestal?
Right! Jesus Christ, I know what I'm talking.
Planter, pedestal, 2 pieces here.
Right, okay.
There we go. Okay, so I want them to be on the pedestal that's already there and just have their base of contact narrower. Just have them sit up straighter.
Yes.
I don't feel like they look very good, even though I love lions.
Honestly, I'm very disappointed that they are so crumbly looking.
Well,
we're new lions.
There is cracking and crumbling already going on there, as well as, again, it doesn't look like they fit well in the environment. Like, they're very off-center to the top of the stairs, so they're not lined up well to greet the person walking into that area, because they should be lined up with the same stone on the pathway.
Should they be lined up?
They should be lined up correctly.
Ah!
So I'm not going to go with the lions as much as I love them. I'm going to go with these cute little guys because the fluffy little flowers are adorable.
They are very cute.
Like, I feel those are way more fun than these, like, begonias or whatever they are. All right, so ta-da! We both just learned how to do marble work. It's beautiful.
Woo!
Oh, another photo inside the marble pedestal when I cracked it open and then removed it and then replaced it with another one. That's amazing.
How convenient.
I mean, where the hell did you find that photo? Since there's no planter on that side, was it shoved under the edge, rotting in the dirt of that pedestal?
Who knows?
All right, here we go.
Got another one.
Tina and Lily.
Oh.
Wait, what? That's supposed to be you?
Yes.
Oh my god, the art style has not conveyed it for me. But all right, cool. I trust you.
Maybe that's why they put them in the same clothes.
What?
Because their art style
is going to change so often. I'm just like,
which is fine. I totally understand. Art can be a difficult thing to consistently basically do.
Because you have 3 renders of every person that shows up in a picture. You have the photo render, the 3D render, and then their 2D dialogue render. And like, all of those are meant to be very different styles. So for me, I'm like, I'm glad you graduated and everything, but that is not how I picture you looking at all, really. That's me and my roommate, Tina, at my college graduation.
That's adorable.
She was a handful. The bra strap is adorable. Going, I will specifically make sure it shows with my gown. It's like, hee hee hee.
Yes. Who took the photo?
Yeah, probably your Aunt Mary, I would think. Yep. Oh, that was Aunt Mary. My mom didn't show. Which sucked. Even Steve sent a card, but Mom couldn't be bothered.
Wow. Oh, I could be bothered. I just didn't want to deal with Mary gloating.
Of her going, I successfully got your child through college, and you couldn't do it. That's amazing.
You have such a complex around your Aunt Mary.
Okay,
like,
look at
wow.
Lily's head.
Oh.
She's under a paving stone.
Oh my God, she is!
Lily is under a paving stone.
Whoops!
That is an accident, and I'm just gonna giggle about it, alright?
Errors!
Alright, so couldn't be bothered gloating. I gloat? About what? You and I seem to know a very, very different Aunt Mary.
Never mind!
Probably gloat about possibly there was some animosity when you showed up as an irresponsible young person that had been hating your guardian and person who was raising you for your entire, youth, and went, here's a baby, and I'll just drop them on you whenever they're not convenient for me.
Yeah.
Except for, it sounds like you did raise her some of the time.
Maybe it was those situations. So what happened where when Holly would talk to Aunt Mary, what would occur was that she'd get basically the rundown of going, hey, let's talk about what Lily's been doing.
And
Look
so-
how successful Lily's been in her
Right.
life and what's been going on. And Holly took it personal. Like, you never did that for me. How
Right.
dare you do it for a child I don't want?
Right. You were never interested in my life and my accomplishments, or you think what I've done isn't an accomplishment
At all.
When Aunt Mary may not have had that opinion in any way, and basically had gone, I am interested in you and your life, and have been, which is part of why I was willing to raise you. And you pushed me away so freaking hard that I give you your space, but I am genuinely interested in your kid that's not pushing me away. So the safest thing to talk to you about is her.
Yeah, because I can't
'Cause then
ask you
I'm-
about your life because you just get mad at me.
Because you're so defensive.
Yeah,
That would be an interesting turn.
it would be.
All right, well, choose decorations.
We
have one more
more
thing to choose. What are we decorating now?
Yeah, what are we?
Like the pedestal thing, I get. Like I've noticed the potters there, the pots there and stuff. Going, can we get rid of the grass growing through the rocks?
Please.
I would love that.
What's up with you? Normally, when we get to this point, you're all like, "Whoop-a-doo! Decoration time!
Hang the lantern.
Woo!"
Oh yeah. I suppose it's time to decorate. Let's start with the patio. We'll just put some flower boxes up there, I guess. That's not the patio. That's a patio? All right. Whoa. That is a patio, I guess.
Those are bushes,
I
or
kind of love that the rose bush would just be shoving, Holly out of the space she's chosen.
honestly, I would do it.
Rude as it is.
It'd be rude.
Mm-hmm. I feel like these are going to be a lot harder to maintain. Because they're not contained, and I also am irritated that one of them's planted inside of your gravel path.
Well, they tried.
So I would more likely do these, but also again, in the same way that I was grumpy about the lions, your planters are not placed evenly around the outside. This one up here at the top, and
It's
I can
so
show
far
you,
in.
is on top of the gravel. This one's slightly on top of the gravel, and then these ones over here are just slowly walking onto the gravel more. So going, are they meant to be off the gravel and out of the walkway, or on the gravel and a part of it? And I feel like they should choose one or the other, and so aesthetically I don't really like it. These ones are almost my favorite simply by virtue of being less in the gravel than everything else, and you could almost say then they're just meant to be on the stone border, even though the first two are not. So, but I like the little holders for those. Those are very fun.
They are very cute. I like
so
them.
we'll do that. But I just don't like the choice of placement for them.
Can I get a whoop-a-doo?
Oh, look at you. Nope. Mom, what did you mean about Aunt Mary gloating? She's like, you know what? I'm going to celebrate anyway, all right? You can't. Nope, that's it.
Guess not. All right. Ugh, fine.
All right, let's get some more backstory. I'm actually for this. I don't care if Holly is being a bitch, and it is kind of depressing to learn more about Lily's life. It's nice to learn more about who this main character that we've been spending so much time with is.
Yes, absolutely. Aunt Mary paid for your college tuition.
Okay. So then she felt like it was her success when Lily finished, I guess.
Right?
Wait, what? I thought you did.
I never said I paid for it. Mary just did it. She didn't even ask me. I'm also like, wow, what era did you live in where your relatives came in and went, yep, we're going to pay for this, because...
I mean, it could have been this thing of going, I want Lily to succeed, and I can tell that Lily is driven and interested. I feel comfortable investing this in Lily, who, again, hasn't pushed me away the way you did.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's not like I'm trying to take something out from under you, but also if you've been a real disorganized disaster in and out of marriages and in and out of relationships and civil unions and things, and traveling all over the world and stuff like that, and dropping Lily here whenever you decide you want to have a fling that she's not convenient for, maybe I just thought that'd be an easy way to handle it instead of going, can your current boyfriend situation float this?
Oh, well, and that's totally fine. I'm just like, man, I do not. Maybe like it has already happened where I'm just going like, I do not recall at all. So like my parents never really talked extensively about like getting me sent off to college kind of
Right.
thing. That wasn't really a big part of it. You know, I was like, well, we tried to do this thing and we just lost everything, which is what happened. So
Yeah.
I lost it pretty early on in regards to going to college. So I never really like
There was no support for you.
there was no support
Yeah.
really for me. I had one semester of college at one particular school in Idaho that I went to, and that was it. That all I had help from them about, school in particular. And
See,
yeah,
I did mostly full-time college for 2 years, but I didn't manage to get a 2-year degree because I didn't understand well what I was doing, and the advisors did not understand how basically unclear the system was. Because I had been homeschooled and I had no real support, and I moved from, home and stuff. I didn't have any instruction on just blaze for a degree, and I also kept getting mixed information of going, if you get an associate of arts, it's not worth anything at all. You need to get an associates of science. So I was really, really close to an associates of arts because psychology is considered to be associate of arts. And then I kept getting this feedback from my family and whatever going, yeah, but associates of arts doesn't do anything. So I went, okay, so I need to go for science instead. And when they're like, oh, well, you've been going for an associates of arts sort of slowly, but you could get there pretty soon. Then I was like, I need to switch to science. And they're like, oh, well, you're going to need a whole lot more classes.
yeah.
And they're like, what do you want your major to be? I still wanted to be in psychology. Well, that's not a science. And so it was like, there was this
Which I think
problem.
is fascinating.
And then eventually I dropped out because it was too frustrating to try to go to college for somebody else with an unclear, and not being allowed to have my own motivations, I guess, or not feeling like I could. Because I don't know. And as far as I understand, there's a lot of opportunities that just having an associates of anything in any way and any kind can look great on your resume.
Oh, yeah, hell yeah.
Now, I've never had any trouble being employed, but it was really frustrating to be that naive and inexperienced and just have this sort of incredible pushback of going, well, the people who are important to you don't think this is useful, so you need to do something else.
Yeah.
All right. She didn't even ask.
High and mighty Osu's superior Mary with all her money and all her rules.
I mean, she did have a lot of money that she earned, but I don't know about the rules, especially if you had your own little private house, not even your own bedroom, a whole house.
Right. So no, I wasn't about to sit through her gloating about what her money got you.
Whoa, that's a lot of bitterness. That was so generous of her to do that, because I have no connection as to why this makes you angry in any way. It just seems like a cool-ass thing that my great aunt, who I loved, did.
And wanted to see me succeed. Generous nothing! She stole that moment from me!
Still your daughter and I still graduated. It shouldn't matter who paid for it, Mom.
Except for the fact that for some people that's...
I don't understand, Mom.
Really, actually
if I'm
important.
connected to you and I do a successful thing, you can still take part in it. You made me.
Of course you don't! You were a child and you worshipped her!
I mean, did I? I just thought we got along and I liked her.
Ugh! It was her world and I just lived in it.
You really did have this massive inferiority complex in reference to your aunt, but also this incredible amount of not feeling valid in reference to your mom's fame, I think.
I mean, what became your mom anyway?
Well, no, meaning because her mom was a famous actress, she mentioned.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and so me going, it sounds like you were like, I am resentful that my mom isn't keeping me included in this life of, fame and importance and stuff, and I'm shoved off in a corner over here, so I'll be really resentful at, whatever I can, which in this case is Aunt Mary. Now, you must have lived with both of them. I don't hear you saying anything about your uncle. Uncle Arthur? Like, zero, nothing. Did he not exist? It was her world. This was a competition of women. The men didn't even exist. It's almost like the men in this story are completely superfluous. It's interesting how it seems to just be a tale of women, more and more and more.
Which could be fine, and you can have stories that focus on women.
No, I'm not saying that's bad.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's weird that they keep shoehorning them in if they don't really seem to need to be here. If we could replace Luke with a lampshade.
Right. Ouch. But yeah.
All right. Oh, are you actually leaving?
She did. So, there's some baggage there, huh?
remember how you said mom visiting is a good thing, and I said not really? Apparently there's more baggage than I realized.
Whoa,
So,
okay.
wow.
Well, I guess in the next one, we're going to choose balcony decorations. Wow, this is ridiculous. Okay, so...
and flower decorations. This is going to keep going.
Oh, boy. Like the others aren't flowers. Ha! Well, thank you very much, guys, then, for joining us. If you like what we do, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And please also feel free to share our videos if you're having a good time with us. Also, if you'd like to support us, please feel free to go check out our Ko-Fi or Patreon. We've got some links in the description down below. And other than that, I have been Scandal.
And honestly, the whole area turned out pretty cute. It's huge, though. Like, wow.
Yeah. Where's Luke?
I don't think Luke is here anymore. I don't know. I think he probably disappeared into this mess.
Yep, he's gone.
Like he's not actually actively here, though. It'd be great to see him digging through stuff. Like have a little animation of him down here, just like flinging stuff joyfully into the air, like wee-haw!
Yeah, that would be great.
All right, and I have been Lies, and it was great playing with you. Bye.